Welcome back to Equacidum Gaming and our playthrough of Red Dead Redemption. Picking up where we left off with our newest horse over here by Nasalita. And we need to head back over here to finish this mission that we started. I suppose we could maybe fast travel, but as always, I do like to do a little hunting along the way. So, let's head. What? We're going east. Sorry, I saw an herb.
I'll be having that.
Getting a rather late start on recording today because,
Let's go.
I don't know, all of yesterday I just had like a sinus migraine. And it started before I even woke up yesterday and just lingered. And it wasn't that bad, but it was just enough to be, you know, draining and annoying and last time we rescued one of those guys, we lost part of our honor and almost ended up with a bounty. I think we did end up with a bounty, but it was just so minimal that it didn't matter. Very busy game today. I'm not used to this many, you know, NPCs spawning on the map. It's weird. Yeesh. Should maybe just start shooting people. They're getting in my road. Although John is not supposed to be an outlaw in this game. He's supposed to be hunting outlaws. Which is a bit odd to wrap my mind around after, you know, so many hours of playing Red Dead 2. Need to be easy on my horse. More? God. I still want to buy a mule or a donkey or something. Just because they're... Like, I hate that you can't keep the mules and the donkeys in Red Dead 2 without, you know, mods or whatever, and I don't mod that game because I do still enjoy playing Red Dead Online. But,
Get down away from me!
I said die, you damn cat. Where are you? There you are.
Load up now.
Just too many of those darn critters for me to handle myself today. Thanks for helping me out, friend.
You're
Much
welcome.
obliged.
We all have problems, and we must solve them together, or we die alone.
Hey, it's a bobcat. I will take bobcats
Let's make this
every day
quick.
of the week. They are always worth selling in this game. Especially those claws. But I will say, Red Dead Online, I don't know what it was about
This is
last night,
nasty.
but it was like... every hacker and their brother was online last night. I had to jump servers like 3 or 4 times before I could actually start playing, and then even... but, even once I did start playing, I had to jump servers a couple more times.
Come on.
And it's like, I don't know. Like, I understand kids get bored with games when there's, you know, no updates, or they can't, you know, get their parents to buy them new games, or bribe, you know, whatever. When they're stuck playing the same game for a while, they will look for ways to screw with people once they get bored. But, like, if you've got the patience to, you know, mod like you're hacking, you know, in order to do things that typically aren't allowed to occur in the game. Why are you not putting those skills to use, creating actual mods that you can then, you know, post on a website like Nexus Mods or whatever, and get people to maybe tip you for them, or create paid mods or whatever? I don't know.
Let's go.
Guess these kids just don't think about money that way, or side hustles or whatever. I certainly don't have any side hustles right now, which I'm trying to work on developing some things. I don't know. I suffer a lot from imposter syndrome, I guess, where I just don't think I'm good enough or have enough experience or whatnot to actually have things that I make worth people paying for them. I think that's my biggest problem with writing, even though I critique storytelling so much. I just feel like I don't, I'm so critical that, you know, I'm my own worst critic. That's true for a lot of writers, though. But, I don't know, I've always been a jack of all trades, or a Jill of all trades, and master of none. So there's a lot of skills I have, a lot of things I can do, and do them, you know, with some efficiency and proficiency, and it's enough to, you know, solve problems or get by or whatever. But, does this trail lead to? Just up to the rock ledge? But, oh, it's a campsite.
Whoa.
Cool. It's a nice view. I like that. Cool. Alright. But, yeah, like, pretty much all of my skills, there's always a ton of people out there who can do it better, or who are just better at it. And,
Hey.
I don't know, I feel like a lot of people
Whoa there.
that I've worked for or associated with, they see me as convenient, you know? They can use my skills to problem solve and not have to pay somebody who is actually, you know, professional at something to do things that I do. Hey. What did you kill? A big boar. Hmm. What happened to our guy? He disappeared. Apparently. Did he get frightened off by the gunfire or what? Well, if this asshole's not gonna skin this pig.
What were you
Yeah,
eating?
it's frustrating that, you know, I'm not proficient enough or skilled enough in things to actually
Are you the foreman,
make a
mister?
go of it on a lot of
Got a
things
package
that I
for
can
you
do.
from a Mr. Tollitz.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. What was the delay?
Trouble over in Nasalita.
Army or rebels? Politics, my friend, is for fools. Which is why we see so much of it down here. Land of morons. Gets in the way of real work.
If you say so.
Here's
it
the money
does.
from Mr. Tollitz. I'll get this to the workers right away.
That's quite a sum. Must be valuable stuff.
You have no idea, gringo. No idea. If you would have known, you would have kept it all yourself.
Holy shit. Ah. Guess we are now a drug runner. Alright. And we name this horse Cisco. Can we please mount Cisco? Come here. We are.
Come on.
And I guess, even though I don't like him, we will go and talk to Landon Ricketts again. Except I think we will go a little ways out into the desert and fast travel, maybe.
Come.
It is a flat expanse of ground away from the road. Fine. We won't fast travel then. It's gonna be that picky about it. And I mean, a lot of people would probably tell me, like, my skills that I have, like, if I'm not,
Come on.
I'm not proficient in anything enough or talented enough that I just need to practice. But that's part of my problem is I do practice and then I get asked to do something else and another set of skills and then another set of skills and another set of skills and it's never alright, whatever that was about. Is this a cemetery? Cool. I want to explore. Interesting place. But, what are you doing? Hmm? Don't walk on the grave, John. Apologize to that dead person, you ass. Yeah, but it's too many things. And not enough time spent on any of them. Although I am trying to write more, and the fact that I started reading again, or found some fiction writers that I enjoy reading again. Because for a long time, I felt like every new author I tried to get into, it was bad. Like, they were writing some slop. Like, I remember this one book series. I'm not even gonna really say, like, what it was about or anything. But the author had just built up, like, their antagonist so much. And then had the protagonist confront them before they were ready, like, didn't really have a proper plan in place. Completely fail. And this was like 2/3 of the way through the book. And it was just like, at that point, the book was so long that it just, like, there needed to be a resolution at that point. It was...
Easy.
A man took my wagon. Please stop him.
Alright, we'll stop him.
I knew I could shoot.
Easy.
Someone might as well have this.
But, yeah, the book just kept going after it had reached a point where, like, it would have been a perfect resolution. And,
Gracias a Dios. Thank you, senor.
We all need help, mister. Let's go.
I just... like, it was part of, like, a trilogy or whatever, and I bought the other 2 books of the trilogy, and as soon as I got to that point in the first book, I just... like, I forget if I sold them or donated them or, you know, yard saled them, whatever, but, you know, I just... I couldn't get past it, and it's like... The problem was not with the premise, the problem was not with the plotting. I mean, it's perfectly fine to have a point in your story where your protagonist fails and has to try again, but it was just that the writing... What the hell? Stop.
Come on, easy up now.
Run around. I hate how this game does not allow you to turn in full run. But the problem was that, like, the author had just built it up so much that, like, the failure seemed really shallow. Like, it felt like there was just nowhere to go from that point. There was no way for them to succeed, and the only reason why the author had created that failure point for the protagonist was because they were so in love with their own writing and storytelling and all of that they just couldn't, like, they didn't want to end the story. Like, they just wanted to keep writing and writing and writing, and it's like, you're not that good. I just wanted to tell this author that you're not that good. Your writing is not that deep, and developed. Like, your characters and your plot lines are not developed enough for you to just keep going after an obvious resolution point like that, you know? And we're not talking like a short book. We were talking like, we were already like somewhere between 250 and 300 pages into a 400-page book. And there are plenty of books out there that would have been perfectly fine ending at like 300 or 325 and have that confrontation be the resolution. But no, this author didn't want to do this. They wanted to tack on an extra 100 pages for no reason. And that sort of writing annoys me. People really need to learn when to cut a story.
Gracias, amigo.
You know?
Mr. Marston, how the devil are you?
And they just don't
Fine.
want
How
to.
are you, Mr. Ricketts?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here because these men were just telling me about Mr. Escuela.
Javier Escuela?
Emilio, let me ask you something. His nombre is Javier Señor Escuela? Is Javier to see?
No sé, señor.
He doesn't know.
I got that bit. Ask him, was he about 5'8"? Mustache? Did he have an American in tow? A big American?
Emilio, the Stabacon, Grande Americano?
Yo no sé.
He doesn't know.
No.
Again, I got that.
But they do have his sister. Emilio's, I mean. She's a fine young woman, a teacher, a human being. Not the clothed vermin so many people seem to have turned into.
Tell him I'm sorry.
When a man's family is involved, you need a little more enthusiasm than mere apologies.
I have enough worries, sir. This man's problems pain me, but they're not quite my own.
Those who sit on the fence make a choice, in their own way. Don't you think, Mr. Marston?
Of course. And what about you, Ricketts? A man living in the past? Man who ran away from home? What choice did you make?
I'll tell you what choice I made. I'm a fighter, sir, and I'll fight to the end. I think we should get going.
Yeah, I don't like Ricketts. He's an ass.
I'm gonna take the train. You can come with me or ride ahead to El Matadero.
Well, how do you do?
Where is my horse?
I've been hearing some things about you, John Marston.
Really?
That perhaps you're more in need of my help than I thought.
Is that so?
Some recent encounters with this Bill Williamson fella haven't gone exactly in your favor.
Funny how everyone seems to know my business, but nothing about the men I'm looking for.
It isn't easy getting the locals to talk.
¿Cómo está?
Come on!
Well, I'm gonna ride. Because I don't like Ricketts. I don't want to be on a train with him. Hello. What the hell is this? Oh.
Yeah!
Why would I go back in town just to go out of town? Why are we going around town just to go down? My god. Sometimes I really hate the pathfinding on these maps. I realize you really can't do it any other way, but it still makes me think that there should have been an easier way to just plot the road and get you to around the terrain appropriately. Whatever. But anyways, going back to storytelling, there are way too many writers nowadays, I think. Or it actually seemed more of a problem 5 or 10 years ago when I was looking for new authors to read, or I told you to turn, dumbass.
Come on. Let's go.
They write and write and write and don't know when a story is finished. And it's really annoying because if you love a setting or characters so much that you don't want to leave them, like you want to keep writing and telling their story or stories, plural, you end the tale that you are telling and you start a new one. You don't just tack on an extra 150 pages because you don't want to end the book at, 300 or 350 or, if you're writing something other than sci-fi and fantasy, usually you can get away with like 250 for a novel on that scale. But, it really annoys me that so many authors seem to think that they can't go back to a set of characters. And it's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's this idea that, you have to put out stories and just, they don't want to take the time to do the character development or the plot development in order to do multiple stories in one universe and with the same characters. But at the same time, if they would take a little extra time and work on writing histories and character development and backstory and developing their world a little more, their setting or whatever, they would have much better stories. They would have a lot more readership. Their books would get, passed around and recommended to friends, and they'd see more sales if they would actually, increase their quality a little bit, take a little more time, take a little more pride in their work.
Still being held up in the caves?
Yes, she's still up there. Who's the cowboy?
We're here to help.
Muy bien. I can
We
distract
were
the
just here.
guards. You and the gringo can get inside.
Let's do it.
I will keep them talking, senor. The rest I will leave to you.
Hope you're ready for this.
Of course. God. I hate this man, I hate this man, I hate this man. I mean, yeah, this was the first game, but he is just so jarring in how he treats John. And John doesn't say a damn word. I see a box right there. And I want to loot it.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿Qué quieres? ¿No puedes estar aquí?
Hace calor hoy. Bien bochornoso, ¿verdad?
No lo voy a decir otra vez. ¡No puedes estar aquí!
Oye, soy yo, Carlos. Pues trabajo en el matadero.
No me importa quién eres. Esta es una zona militar prohibida. Vete a casa.
Me gustan sus botas.
So can I just shoot them?
Muy bonitas. Mi hermana tiene las mismas.
Pinche campesino de mierda. Te voy a colgar al lado de tus cerdos.
Váyanse al infierno, traidores.
That's our cue.
Excuse me, partner. I ain't getting fresh.
He's dead. He doesn't care.
Come on now! Stop that!
Come on, I can't do this by myself.
Hey, long-term accomplishment. Nice.
Call yourself soldiers?
Hello. Don't worry about looting. Or money later.
You animals, she's just a girl! What are you doing back there?
What's it look like? I'm shooting guys.
Jesus! I'll kill you all! Oh, no, you don't. Sure. Looks like we might need a little dynamite to get it open. Keep watch while I get it ready.
Okay.
Don't think you'll be wanting this no more, friend.
Come on, Ricketts. Do your thing.
Deal with those transform, Marston.
Assholes.
Not bad!
All right, get back behind that table.
I was further back than that.
Stand back, damn it! Here goes.
You're experienced with dynamite, John. What if you just blew the wrong door? There's another one to the right.
Come on, boy. Poor girl's barely alive. Let's get the hell out of here before any more of them show up.
Damn you. Come on.
Estas balas lo dejarán árido. Te voy a demostrar mi puntería, pendejo.
That was fun. Stand up, you ass. Fine. While I'm waiting for you, I will rob the container.
Too close! You must be the pendejos I keep hearing about!
You bastard. More ammo.
My lord.
I like looting ammo. Ammo is definitely worth it.
Looks like
None of these horses are mine. Where's Cisco? All right. Here's Cisco.
Let's go before any more of them show up. Come on, come on!
I've dropped 100 fools like you!
Stop! Garrett is our property.
You're not gonna have a facelift, buddy. Where's your friends? Landon, come on.
Yeah! Who else wants some? You ain't gonna leave here walking, friend! Come on! Come on!
We have come to a crossroads. Where are we going, Landon?
There he is. Talk about cutting it fine.
Whoa! Luisa! Gracias a Dios.
Thank you for saving me. You're good men. Friends of the people of this land.
Was someone named Javier Escuela one of the men holding you?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But I remember that name from prison. Bad people spoke of him.
I told you, John, he's still in Mexico.
Okay, then. I guess we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
What have we got here?
Alright. Little camp. Oh, that was a decent little mission. Found out a little bit more about
Let's go!
Javier. And what do we have on the... We have DeSanta, we have Landon Ricketts. And we have Luisa. Alright. Well, I suppose we'll just sort of meander our way back to the center of Mexico. Actually, let's, we'll head back towards, Chuparosa. Because I want to sell and purchase, as usual.
Let's go!
I don't know. when it comes to storytelling, I just wish more people would take pride in their work. Came across a video on YouTube talking about an author who recently got found out for using AI to help her write her books. And it's because, like, she got found out because she accidentally left one of the AI writing prompts in the text of the book. And I'm like, okay, it's bad enough you're using AI, but then to not actually proofread your book before finalizing, you know, the file to upload to become like the ebook copy or whatever. That was just, like, I can't believe that. Like, bad enough to use AI to do your writing for you, but to actually be so lazy as to not double check the text. I mean, it's one thing to, you know, have like a spelling mistake here and there, or like a grammatical error, like using the wrong form of to or there, or, you know, any other word that, you know, has similar spelling or sound, and not using the correct word that you intended. Or even, you know, a grammatical error in, like, tense. Because, you know, when you first wrote the sentence you had a plural subject, and then you changed it to a singular subject, or something like that.
Benefits of a misspent
Oh, we failed on that one, but that's okay. As we have bodies to loot.
I doubt you'll be needing this.
But, it's like,
I ain't proud of myself, neither.
I couldn't believe that, like, this person just, this author did not have enough respect for their own work to double check. And could we move the horse, please? There's a box there. I want to know if there's anything in the box. I don't think we can access the box. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this author ended up leaving an entire paragraph in her book that was an AI writing prompt. Instead of, you know, actually doing enough proofreading to say, oh, that needs to be taken out. That doesn't belong in there. That's not part of the story. But I mean, that just goes to show why so many indie published books are crap. Because, you know, you get like a bunch of these writers who are entitled and don't feel like they need to go the traditional route. And I mean, I'm thinking of self-publishing simply because I don't want to take the time to wait 18 months to actually get a book published.
Please, señor, they make me do it. No me mates. Take the money. You can have the money, señor. Please don't kill me.
But,
I need it more than you now.
I don't understand people who I mean, it's one thing to be lackadaisical on work that somebody isn't expecting you to go above and beyond, you know, a certain level of expectation. You know, doing work that meets somebody else's level of acceptability, even if it's below your own standards. I understand being lazy and just meeting the bare minimum on that sort of work. But when it's something that you are doing on your own or for yourself, if it's something where you have to market your skills and say, I'm going to give you the best product I can come up with. Like, I don't understand why you would get lackadaisical with that.
Slow up.
You know? Especially in a marketplace like writing, where you have so much competition. And I mean, yeah, there are plenty of people who will read multiple authors and not, you know, say, oh, I'm going with this one over that one type deal. It's not like other products or services where you have to say they're only going to use my product, or you know, that sort of but to not.
Hope you like it.
Yeah, I didn't want to close out yet. I wanted to see about ammo.
Hello, sir.
Estoy aquí. Si usted tiene alguna preguntita. Emocionante. Un placer hacer negocios contigo.
Okay. Yeah. I still want to get one of these guys. I don't know. But,
That's
yeah.
good, thank you.
Que tenga usted un día emocionante.
But, I mean, one of the biggest things about marketing stories, whether you're talking novels or games or movies or TV shows, you have to get people to enjoy your work enough to actually recommend it to somebody else.
You are much shorter than I imagined.
Oh? Whatever. And I mean, if you're not telling a story that leaves enough of an impression on somebody for them to want to talk about it and share it, then you've kind of failed. I mean, you're not getting any additional sales through word of mouth, and in a market that is just so painfully oversaturated with available content, you need to be able to get people to recommend you over other storytellers. So, yeah. If you're in the storytelling business, take pride in your work. Make sure that you're putting out your best, your most polished here. Something that you can be proud of. Don't be lackadaisical. Don't take your own work for granted. Don't take your audience for granted. But anyways, that's it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like and consider subscribing. And John and Cisco and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.